Okay, when you cross to JB from Singapore, suddenly you feel 3 times richer because everything is 3 times cheaper. Exchange rate 3.13. Everything feels like it's 3 times cheaper in general. Look at the scary motorbikes. This is how many Malaysian motorbikes are in Singapore every day. 24/7. No wonder you have so many motorbike accidents in Singapore. Just look at the number of motorbikes crossing between Singapore and JB every day. Singaporeans going for a holiday to spend money in Malaysia. Malaysians working in Singapore to earn the 3 times the strength of the ringgit. Malaysians get their good income. Singapore get to spend money on cheaper things in Malaysia. Just look at that. The motorbikes, the number of motorbikes is like more than the ants in the ant colony, man. It's now 5:30 p.m. This is the after work motorbike traffic from Singapore to JB. You can fight a war with all these motorbikes, man. The sign says no honking, but the motorbikers purposely honk, purposely go against the sign. Okay, exchange rate 3.13. You Singaporean come to Malaysia 3.13. You become 3 times more powerful. When you come to Malaysia, everything eat cheap, shok. For example, the curry. Malaysia curry is beautiful. Chicken curry, sambal egg curry, sardine curry, all the different curry, beef curry. Curry and rice, very nice, cheaper and nicer than Singapore. The nasi lemak only 7 ringgit, and the other one, the chicken with rice, only 10 ringgit. This kind of price you cannot find in Singapore. Okay, the nasi lemak, one box 10 ringgit. All the boxes are 10 ringgit. All the different rice with curry, with chicken, with different type of thing, with rice, all 10 ringgit. This kind of price cannot find in Singapore lah. The small curry puff, all 1 ringgit each. And this one, the Singaporean like to queue up. Singaporean like to queue up this roti boy. Must be the smell. The smell is like drugs, you know, attract people to buy. How cheap? Huh? Nice big banana for 1 ringgit. That is 30 cents, 30 Singapore cents. That's pretty cheap, man. That's why Singaporeans like to come to JB to spend money. because it's so much more satisfying to spend money in JB than in Singapore. Singapore is expensive. The prices have increased a lot. Singapore prices have increased a lot. That's why with the RTS Link opening in 2027, Singaporeans will be coming to JB, man. Singaporeans have given up shopping in Singapore because it has become very expensive. Malaysia is much better. 3 times the power of your Singapore dollar spending power. This will be the most happening place in JB when the RTS opens. All the RTS passengers will get off and walk to this center point of JB Central. Okay, so you go down there and get your Grab and your taxi and your pickup point all down there. Okay, you get off the RTS and you come here to the Grab pickup point. This will be the happening place in JB Central when the RTS opens. Okay, so if you want the very nice aircon, very nice air conditioning, go to Comta JBCC. Beautiful air conditioning there to cool off from the bloody Singapore freaking humid weather. This is probably the pickup point. It's a new pickup point waiting area under the RTS bridge. $200 days left to the opening of the RTS train between Singapore and JB. The walkway from the RTS station to JB Central looks like it's completed already. So Singaporeans have no more excuse not to come to JB, because they can just pop onto the RTS and fly over to JB in a matter of minutes from Woodlands South MRT. Okay, this one is 3.155. This one the rate is better, 3.155. So you come to Comta JBCC, Max Money. They give better rate here. You see, everything in JB is cheaper than Singapore. So what's the point of spending money in Singapore? Just jump over to JB and enjoy spending your money. So much more satisfying than in Singapore. Unless of course you are rich. You are a rich Singaporean, then don't say lah. Otherwise, it's definitely worth coming to JB to spend your Singapore dollars, because the food here is much more satisfying than Singapore. You see, the prices here are much better than Singapore. You get more for less. So you see, everything is cheaper and nicer than in Singapore in general. So unless you are a rich PAP government sucker, then it's worth coming to JB, because everything is good and cheaper. Singapore is so expensive nowadays. It's not just the price issue. Singapore food is just not that nice, and things are quite expensive. Food is expensive and not that great. The Malaysian taste is so much better at a lower price. That's why the RTS Link is a big thing for Singaporeans. After 100 years, finally there's a train link across the causeway. After a freaking 100 years, finally there's a train link between Singapore and JB. So, Singaporeans should come to JB, especially when the RTS Link opens. Komta JBCC got very nice aircon. Just come here for the aircon, also happy already. Okay, you see there's a new bakery shop with cakes and buns and pastries in Komta JBCC. Manzanita. Okay, the pastry shops in Singapore are a rip-off, man. Freaking crap pastries at a high price. So sick of Singapore pastry shops. Till you come to Malaysia, you get better pastries at cheaper price. Singapore pastries are just crappy shit, man. Unless you pay very high prices for expensive pastries. Okay, you want to buy clothes, JB also cheaper. No need to buy in Singapore. The Singapore retail will die a slow death, man. Under the PAP government, everything so expensive. Singapore retail will slowly bleed to death if a lot of Singaporeans prefer more satisfying shopping and food in JB when the RTS opens. You see such nice cakes in JB Central. You know, Hokkaido vanilla roll, 21 ringgit. In Singapore, this will burn a hole in your pocket, man. Orange